I'm Marianne Legler. I'm the chair of Healthy Teens Coalition, and it is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful to be with all of you late this afternoon for what we think is a very special event, which is celebrating both adults that care about youth health in our community, as well as our wonderful teen health educators. So, very special event to us. We started this kind of event in 2013. We began recognizing people and organizations who have made a dramatic difference in the health and well-being of the youth in our community. And through your presence here today, thank you so much for supporting Healthy Teen Coalition's mission to provide young people with the knowledge and skills to make informed choices about their physical, mental, and emotional health and well-being, which is our mission. We would like to acknowledge and thank elected representatives and dignitaries who have taken the time to join us today. I ask that you hold your applause until the end. And if you would just stand and be recognized, and once again, if the rest of us would just hold our applause. Charlie Kennedy, who's the past chair and a current member of the School Board of Manatee County. Superintendent of Schools, Cynthia Saunders. Deputy Superintendent of Instructional Services, Dr. Dan Evans. Barbara Harvey, did I see Barbara come in? Is she here? Who is a retired school board member and was our elected official of the year honoree in 2013. And Karen Carpenter, retired school board member and 2017 elected official of the year. Also Susie Bowie, executive director of the Manatee Community Foundation. So I would also like to acknowledge other winners from previous award events who are with us this evening. Drug-Free Manatee, I know we have some representatives here, were the 2017 Nonprofit of the Year. Centerstone, at the time they were Manatee Glens, were the 2015 Nonprofit of the Year. The Florida Department of Health in Manatee County was our 2013 Nonprofit of the Year. Family Resources was our 2016 Nonprofit of the Year. And Kara Peters is home from medical school, and she was our 2016 Youth of the Year. So if we could give all of these wonderful people a round of applause. A very special thanks to our sponsors of this event. Our 2022 annual sponsors are flashed up on the screen here. We're particularly grateful to Neal Communities and our good friends Pat and Charlene Neal for being our presenting sponsor of this event, the Youth Health Awards. Capstan Financial Consulting Group is our catering sponsor. Next Gen Family Magazine is our audiovisual sponsor. Legler, Murphy, and Battaglia Attorneys is an advocate level sponsor. A special thank you to Rob Bramister and Krista Bloomberg. And you'll see our table sponsors for tonight's event. So once again, would you give a round of applause to all of these people? So at this time, you see a guy kind of standing over here pacing just a little bit. It's my pleasure and honor to introduce our Master of Ceremonies for this evening's programs. He gets tired of me. Jonathan has been with us almost a year. It'll be a year in a couple of weeks. So are not quite as new. Executive director, and our very first executive director of Healthy Teens, who joined us in May or early June of last year, having moved with his family to Manatee County from London. So ladies and gentlemen, would you please join me in giving a warm welcome to Jonathan?
Thanks so much, Marianne. Thank you all for coming tonight. It's an honor to lead this organization and the young people who contribute to it. And I've been looking forward to tonight for a very long time, mainly because I don't have to plan it anymore. Any event planners in the room know exactly how I'm feeling right now? Okay, but what a wonderful evening. I've had lots of comments about individuals who have been to previous awards, and we're just so thrilled to have you back and celebrate together. So thank you for coming. We are thrilled to be gathered today for three exciting reasons. The first reason is to celebrate leaders and organizations in our community whose hard work and generosity makes such a positive difference in the health and well-being of our local youth. The second is to recognize Healthy Teens' newest team of teen health educators who have completed a rigorous training period and have already been serving in our community for a number of months. They will be receiving a graduation certificate tonight. And the third one is to say thank you to our incredible group of graduating high school seniors for their hard work and dedication to the mission of Healthy Teens, serving alongside many of you in our community. They will receive a certificate of appreciation tonight. So, what's happened since the last time we met like this? This is our moment to recognize all of the things that have gone on in the last few years. I've been to a number of events where we just want to recognize a lot has been going on. And I pause on the phrase highlights for this, because for most of us, the last couple of years have been incredibly challenging. But I did choose to use that phrase because Healthy Teens and our teen health educators in particular have truly been a shining light in an otherwise very dark period of time. And we wanted to share some of that with you this evening. When COVID-19 took over the whole world, I was in the UK, it seemed like the world stood still for more than just a moment. This is certainly not true of our teen health educators. They quickly expressed a desire to continue serving their community through peer education and mentoring, utilizing virtual options to keep connecting with local youth and serving them in whatever ways that they could. And there's an example on the screen. This included some of our teens engaging from a distance on the topic of sexually transmitted diseases, STDs, and the prevention of them with members of US Congress, as we can see here, on their phones, putting them to good use. We even had a drive-by graduation in 2020 due to having to cancel this event of that year. I had a lot of fun. I wish I was part of that one. Our entire 2021 class of new teen health educators joined virtually and did all of their training online, yet this did not deter them from serving with dedication and passion. Throughout this entire time, Healthy Teens worked with our community partners to return to in-person services only when it was safe to do so, which has been since last summer, with a few hiccups along the way due to emerging variants of different kinds. We were thrilled to be able to celebrate with our graduating teens last summer in person at our retreat, albeit at a very reduced capacity compared to tonight. In 2021 alone, our teen health educators dedicated themselves to over 1,225 volunteer hours, served at over 200 events and presentations, reaching over 1,500 youth on a variety of critical health topics. In this time, our teen health educators have continued to win prestigious awards, recognizing the impact that the program has had on their lives and through their dedication on their community. In 2021, teen health educator Emma Bitar was recognized with the Young Spirit of Philanthropy Award at the Manatee Community Foundation's Spirit of Manatee Luncheon. I personally watched this event and Emma's award online from my in-laws' house who are here tonight before I'd even heard of Healthy Teens. And hadn't even applied to be their executive director. And it took me a little while to join the dots once I joined, but it was fantastic to see that award for Emma. This year, our success was repeated, with teen health educator Gabriela Cortez Alban recently being deservedly recognized as the 2022 Young Spirit of Philanthropy at the same event. Gabby was also recognized last year as Drug Free Manatee's 2021 Youth Prevention Champion. Healthy Teens as an organization was also honored last year as a non-profit finalist at the Manatee Chamber of Commerce 2021 Small Business of the Year Awards. I said that correctly. It was an honor to be recognized along with so many amazing organizations, including two of our community partners, Hope Family Services, who are here tonight, and Take Stock in Children of Manatee County, who won the non-profit awards that night. So we are really proud of all the success that we're having, but we're far from complacent, and I wanted to share a few things with you. We've certainly seen success in changing the trajectory of certain health issues like teen pregnancy, but yet this and many other issues remain critical ones facing our youth and their community. The pandemic has greatly exacerbated a pre-existing mental health crisis for our youth, leading the US Surgeon General last December to announce that the effect of the pandemic on the mental health of youth and adolescents is, and I quote, real, widespread, and devastating. Youth suicide rates sadly are up almost 60% in the last decade, and more than 1 in 3 students report persistent feelings of sadness or hopelessness each year, which is up 40% in the last decade. Manatee and Sarasota teen STD rates are around 33% higher than in 2015. In 2020, 76% of Manatee high schoolers reported having used alcohol or another illicit drug in that year, 56% of them in the last 30 days. The mean age for the first marijuana use in Manatee County is around 12 or 13 years old. But on the other hand, we know that with the right training and support, teenagers can be highly impactful role models and communicators as peer educators and mentors. That's why we're here. They are naturally able to have a positive impact if given the right information, equipped with the necessary skills, and provided with opportunities to connect with their peers and promote real, positive behavior change and decision-making. That is why Healthy Teens exists, and it's why we're all here tonight. We're here together to say that the physical, mental, and emotional health of our youth, the leaders of the future, is too important to turn a blind eye to. We're also here to say that youth themselves have a fundamental and critical role in bringing about change within their own community. So, hopefully, we've all learned a little more than we knew coming to this event today. We'd like now to honor, as part of our first reason for celebrating, the 2022 Youth Health Awards honorees. These individuals and organizations are making significant efforts through their work and generosity in our community to promote, protect, and empower youth and their health and well-being. And we are really thrilled to honor them tonight together. In addition to our 3 honorees, we intend to recognize, within each category, a wider group of individuals and organizations who have shown similar levels of passion, hard work, and generosity towards youth health outcomes in our community. After each award, we will be putting a list of names and organizations on the screen. If your name or organization is shown, please would you stand briefly to receive a round of applause as well. We will also have a certificate of appreciation for you to collect at the welcome desk at the end of the event. It was really important to me as part of this event that we did this to recognize how much is going on in our community and just wanting to celebrate and recognize that. So I'd like to invite Alison Battaglia, partner at Legler Murphy and Battaglia Attorneys, to present this year's Business of the Year Award. Let's welcome Alison.
Lower it. He's a little tall. It's so wonderful to see so many of you here tonight. We're very happy to have you. My name is Alison Battaglia. I'm an attorney at Legler Murphy Battaglia. I'm also an advisory council member for this organization, which I'm very proud of. And I'm here today to present the Business of the Year Award, and that award is going to go to Clancy's. Many of us know who that is. For well over a decade, this organization has been generating significant donations for local nonprofits through their annual Shamrock Shiver fundraiser that they put on each year. The Charity Plunge brings together family, friends, and huge hearts that desire to help the less fortunate children in our community. On New Year's Day, brave souls enter the chilly waters of the Gulf and raise money through a sponsored polar plunge. The afternoon is spent with good music, food, and entertainment, live auctions, and raffles, bringing many people together to ring in the new year at Clancy's. This organization lives by the mantra, give where you live. Through the support of local businesses, extended family, and friends, good things can happen. Over the last 14 years, the Shamrock Shiver event has raised over $360,000 for local charities, including Healthy Teens. This year's event alone raised over $56,000 for local charities. On behalf of Healthy Teens and our shared community, I am very pleased to present the 2022 Business of the Year Award to Clancy's Irish Sports Pub in Bradenton, Florida. Thanks, guys. So unfortunately, the Clancy's could not be here tonight. The owner, Rama, has recently gone into surgery, and as we know, there's been a struggle with staffing. So the manager, Dana, who manages the restaurant and leads the efforts for the Shamrock Shiver, is not able to be here either. But they produced a short video of acceptance, which we'd like to show you tonight.
Hi, I'm Rama. My husband and I are owners of Clancy's, and I'd like to introduce Dana, our manager.
Hi, I'm Dana. I'm also the event coordinator here, and we are here to talk a little bit about the Shamrock Shiver event. We hold once a year. It's our biggest charity event. This was our 14th year, and we raised just over $362,000 over the years. This is our biggest year yet. Over the last couple of years, we kind of switched things up a little bit, and we read a bunch of mission statements. And we chose 4 charities that were dear to our hearts, that we believed in what they stood behind, and we picked Healthy Teens as one of them. Woo-hoo! And we are so glad we did. And we are honored to be accepting the award this year for Best Business. We are so sorry we couldn't be there, but we are beyond happy and honored to be part of this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Of course, we are also honored to recognize the following businesses in this category. If your organization is named on the screen, we'd like you to please stand briefly so we can applaud your generosity to promote, protect, and empower the youth and their health and well-being in Manatee County. You're supposed to sing them. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate it.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Valerie Green, and I am the program manager for Healthy Teens. And it is my pleasure to present our next award for the Youth Empowerment Award in the organizational category. This organization's vision is to empower youth to build a stronger community. They believe there is no greater opportunity to make an impact than to invest their time and talents and resources in developing their youth to reach their full potential. The reputation of this organization in helping young people achieve their goals is incredible. They provide young people a safe place for them to learn and grow, life-enhancing programs, character-building experiences, hope, and opportunity. Their Club for Teens provides over 450 teens with not only a place to hang out with their friends, but the club emphasizes academics, graduation, and graduating on time and planning their life beyond high school. 90% of the club members feel that the club is a positive place for them and would recommend it to a friend. On behalf of the Healthy Teens and our shared community, I'm very pleased to present the 2022 Youth Empowerment Award in the organization category to the Boys and Girls Club of Manatee County. Accepting the award is their president and CEO, Dawn Stanhope. Okay, we're going to go over here. It's out of your way. You want to say a few words? Sure.
Wow, there's even cue-up music. How cool is that, huh?
On behalf of the Boys and Girls Club, I want to thank Healthy Teens Coalition for this amazing honor. We are so appreciative of our partners in our community. We truly can't do the work that we do without partnership. And I think that this is a wonderful evening to celebrate that, and seeing all of you in this room. It's like our big family has come together, right? And that our young people are our future, and they're so worthy of our investment of our time and our talent and our resources. And, our missions are so closely aligned that this was really a no-brainer to have a partnership and work together with our kids. And I am particularly moved by the bravery that it takes for a young person to step up, to be a leader in the community, particularly with their peers. Any of you that are parents in the room know that you try to instill great values into your young people, and sometimes you feel like you're talking to the wall because they don't seem to really respond to what you're saying. But yet, if they hear that same exact message from one of their peers, it could be the difference that they needed to hear and really help them to make better choices. And so I am extremely proud of all of the young people that have come through as peer health educators, because not only are you gaining great knowledge for yourself and your own choices, but you are helping everybody around you that you meet to also make those same choices. And you are such an influence to them. And sometimes you'll never know it because they may not tell you directly, but they're listening to you and they respect you and they value that input that you're instilling into them. And their parents are super proud that you're also doing that, because sometimes that's what they needed to hear. So on behalf of Boys and Girls Club, thank you so much for this award. We appreciate everything that this community does, and we're proud to be part of it.
Thank you, Dawn. We are also honored right now to recognize the following organizations in this category. So if you see your organization is named on the screen, please stand up so we can briefly applaud your efforts to promote, protect, and empower our youth and their health and well-being.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Pat Greco, and I am on the Board of Healthy Teens as treasurer. Tonight, it is my pleasure to present the Youth Empowerment Award in the individual category. This individual serves as a volunteer chaplain for multiple organizations, including HCA Florida Blake Hospital Trauma Center, Manatee Memorial Hospital, and North River Fire District. He is also the Regional Disaster Spiritual Advisor for Central and Southwest Florida with the American Red Cross. Also, a volunteer advocate for Centerstone's Sexual Assault and Trauma Services team. In addition to all this, he has made time to mentor with numerous organizations serving the youth, including Take Stock in Children Manatee, Visible Men Academy, and Lee Middle School. For the past 2 years, this person has partnered with Healthy Teens to provide mentoring services through the middle school boys at AMI Kids Manatee. Each week, he has met with and helped young men utilizing innovative methods, teaching chess and checkers as a way to instill emotional regulation, strategic thinking, and teamwork. He helped develop group education sessions led by Healthy Teens on trauma and mental health, bringing his expertise to bear on how best to get the right information and right skills to these young people. Thank you, Chaplain Foster, for your long-standing commitment to improving the lives of so many young people in our region. On behalf of Healthy Teens and our shared community, it is my honor to present the 2022 Youth Empowerment Award in the individual category to Chaplain Kelvin Foster.
Wow. Wonder who they were talking about there for a second. So good evening, everyone. And it is, again, I am deeply honored and humbled to be able to receive this award. I want to thank the youth, my colleagues at Healthy Teens. I want to thank the administration of Healthy Teen as well. You know, it's been said, or I believe it's been said by Mark Twain, that the most important day in a person's life is the day that they're born and then the day that they figured out why. And my why is a little complicated because of a challenging childhood. I guess that could be best described by someone having an ACE score of 9. Many of you out here might not be familiar with the term ACE, or adverse childhood experiences, but the youth of Healthy Teens are very familiar. It gives them the ability, the training that they receive from that gives them the ability to be good peer support members for their team and good advocates for the Healthy Teen organization. The other thing that I've learned over the years is that having one well-regulated adult in the life of a teen can make all the difference in the world. And for me, that happened early on. I had the pleasure of meeting someone by the name of Miss Freddie Brown, who asked me what was I going to do with my life when I finished high school. And for me, the goal was to be assistant manager at Burger Queen back in the day. Yes, we did have a Burger Queen back in the day. And she said, well, why aren't you going to college? And my simple and naive response was, I thought only rich kids and white kids went to college. So she said, if I help you, will you go? And that was a turning point for me. So I consider her to be an informal mentor, and I've tried to emulate her as well. To my surprise tonight, I see that there's another mentor here of mine that didn't know that he was a mentor, and that was former Senator Pat Neal. I met him when I was working at another burger joint, and I just struck up a conversation with him, and he invited me to come to his office, and we had a chance to talk, and that was 40 years ago. So I guess what I'm doing is really paying it forward. And so again, I want to thank Healthy Teens Manatee for giving me the opportunity to be a part of their team and to pay it forward with some of the students of Manatee County. Thank you.
We are also honored to recognize the following organizations. If you see your organization's name on the screen, please stand briefly so that we can applaud your efforts in supporting the youth in our community.
We're not quite done. We have one more surprise award. It's not on the agenda, has not been announced, and it's a surprise to this recipient. This special recognition award is for an individual who has given their all for Healthy Teens since the organization was founded in 2010. The individual has tirelessly supported youth health through her work with Healthy Teens for over a decade, focusing originally on teen pregnancy prevention. The individual brought personal passion and professional dedication to tackling one of our community's most pressing and serious problems with young people. So incredibly knowledgeable and experienced in nonprofit theory and what it takes to keep a nonprofit on mission, as well as so completely passionate about our teen health educator model. This professional never shines the light on herself. We're going to do it anyway. Always the team player who's rolled up her sleeves and does whatever needs to be done to support our mission, serving over 11 years on our board of directors. And rather than retiring, at the beginning of this year, she agreed to continue working with us as a member of the Healthy Teens Advisory Council. So at this point, I think she's probably figured out that I'm talking about her. It is therefore my great pleasure and honor to ask Lisa Ramirez to come up on stage to accept this special recognition award.
Gosh, Mary.
Well, Marianne got me with that one, guys. Wow, well, it's been a really incredible opportunity and experience to watch this organization start very, very tiny and to where it's gotten now 11, 12 years later. And the impact that it's had. I mean, for me personally, it's really been seeing the teen health educators and sort of their personal growth as they go through the program over one or more years. Usually it's more years. Knowing that Kara's here today, like that, I was not expecting. That's so very cool that she came to support. But yeah, I mean, as Marianne mentioned, this is a issue that is very it's a passion of mine. So it's been a great experience being on the board, and I will continue to support Healthy Teens however long I can. Thank you all for supporting Healthy Teens too. I mean, we wouldn't be here now without all of you all. So, and thank you for all that you do. Thank you.
I was enjoying watching Lisa's face very carefully as she was listening to that, and it was a fun experience figuring it out. So thank you once again to all of our award honorees and those we have recognized tonight. We are so appreciative of all that they do, as well as our past recipients, and to all of our community members who support efforts to keep our youth healthy, safe, and working towards their goals and being successful members of our community. So let's just give all of our award honorees a final applause. So, Healthy Teens prides itself on being an organization that puts partnership first. We could literally not achieve anything without the support, hard work, friendship, and good humor, which you need when you work with young people, trust me. Or if you work with me, to be honest, so you need to, as my wife will tell you. So we need their support of our community partners, many of whom are here today. Thank you so much, all of you, for the work that you do every day and the way that you share in that work with Healthy Teens. So it's my pleasure to introduce Leanne Frink, the Club Director for DeSoto Boys and Girls Club, to say a few words on how our partnership has worked from her perspective serving youth at the club. Let's welcome Leanne now.
Good evening. Thank you all so much for the award for Boys and Girls Clubs of Manatee County. It is an honor to be able to serve the youth of Manatee County, and we cannot do that alone. There's a story of a trainer who came into a group where there were dynamic individuals, and those individuals standing alone were shiny, bright stars. So he told each person, go ahead, take a balloon, write your name on it. He collected the balloons at the end, and they were a little perplexed, a little confused, and he took them out into the hallway, and there they saw probably 3 times the amount of balloons that were there. They were like, well, what are we doing? He said, I want you to find your balloon with your name on it. You've got 15 minutes, go. 15 minutes came and went, and not a single person could find their balloon. He then said to them, okay, seeing that you can't meet my challenge, what I want you to do is when you find a balloon with someone's name on it, I want you to give it to that person. Within 5 minutes, that group was able to figure out who had a balloon, whose name was on it, and gave it to the respective person. That is what collaboration is all about. We each in our community have a job to do, but we cannot do it all. Boys and Girls Clubs in Manatee County, we have our space and we have our place, but we are not teen health educators. But we have teens and we have young people that need a space for their voice, a way to impact their community, And we have to find ways to link arms with those that do things well. I am so excited for the partnership that has grown over the 7 years that I've been in Manatee County, because without folks like Jonathan, who see the vision of a brighter and better future for Manatee County youth, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing with our young people. We've got teens like Trinity, who is a teen health educator this year for the first time, who didn't think that this was for her. And with encouragement and a little prodding, a little pushing, she stepped up to the plate. Dalton, one of our former Youth of the Year for Boys and Girls Clubs at the Soto location, he too stepped up to the challenge. But without that being a challenge for them to step up to, I don't know if they would have found their place and their voice to make Manatee County a better place. They're better students, they're better leaders, and they're going to be better citizens because of it. So I'm thankful for Healthy Teens Coalition, the board, the vision, the staff, the teen health educators that come in and deal with Boys and Girls Club kids during the summer and during the school year. Without these strategic partnerships, we don't shine. We cannot remain in silos. We have to link arms because the youth of Manatee County, the youth of today need us. Thank you so much.
A little shorter. Hey guys, my name is Bronson Imsall. I'm a junior at Manatee School for the Arts, and I've been a teen health educator since early of 2021. So me and Grace are going to talk a little bit about, Grace and I, sorry for the grammar enthusiasts, are going to talk a little bit about the Teen Health Educator program before our graduation celebration begins. So in 2013, thanks to a seed grant provided by Dr. Marilyn Steele, Healthy Teens was able to create the Teen Health Educator program, the goal to utilize positive peer influence to reduce the prevalence of risky behaviors in teens, encouraging positive alternatives instead. Becoming a teen health educator is not for those looking for an easy experience. Trust me, okay? After completing a rigorous application and interview process, students like me undergo 6 weeks of extensive training on how to be an effective teen health educator. We receive updated data and functional info about the issues facing our own age group and training on how to effectively communicate and facilitate conversation with our peers on these topics. Then we apply our new skills and knowledge at schools and community partner sites to educate our peers on teen health issues such as mental health, bullying, healthy dating relationships, STDs, teen pregnancy prevention, and more.
Hi, I'm Grace Demakis, and I'm also a junior at Manatee School for the Arts. Our goal as teen health educators is to help our peers make real, positive decisions, changing their behavior to help themselves create more successful futures. The information we provide is fact-based, in a setting that is safe and open where no question is too stupid, and everyone is heard and respected. We are there not only as role models, but also as peers, growing and learning together as a result. This year, Healthy Teens expanded its provisions of after-school opportunities, so we have been able to serve our community through the whole school year. This summer, we will kick into overdrive, serving at least 8 different community partners with a mixture of weekly and one-off programs, and take our impact in the community up a notch. Thank you for being here to support our mission to help teens, like us, to make informed decisions about our health, our body, and our well-being. Thank you.
Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to transition to the next exciting part of our program, where we introduce the new class of teen health educators who joined us in the fall of 2021. This year was, in numbers anyway, our most successful year ever, with 23 teen health educators being recognized for their efforts tonight, most of whom have made it. First, I'm going to ask Trinity Dunbar, a junior at Bayshore High, to share a few short reflections on her time as one of our new teen health educators. So let's welcome Trinity.
Hello, everyone. My name is Trinity Dunbar. I joined Healthy Teens in October in 2021. Since joining, I have been exposed to extraordinary people, learning opportunities for myself and others, and a chance to help people who are or around the same age as me. From the time I started Healthy Teens, I've always felt committed to the coalition. One of the main ways I made my contribution to Healthy Teens is by going to Family Resources or Safe Place to Be. Safe Place to Be is a shelter for teens in need. When we go to Safe Place to Be, we present about topics that these teens can relate to, such as abuse, depression, anxiety, stress, suicide, and many other important topics. Another way that I have supported Healthy Teens is by going to the health fairs. The health fairs are a great way for me and other teen health educators to explain to families and teens about our organization and what we do in the community. Healthy Teens has impacted my life in so many ways. One way that it's affected my life is by showing me that I am not alone. From someone who has been suffering from depression for a very long time, Healthy Teens has shown me ways to cope with it and that there are people who feel just like me. By sharing my personal experience and what I have learned to others, it has made me a very better person. Healthy Teens has made me a better person by heightening my leadership skills, making me more confident in myself, and making me more aware of the struggles teens face with every day. Helping someone who is my age is something I never thought that I would be doing. But now that I am, I couldn't be happier. And let's hope 2023 makes me even more ecstatic than I already am being a teen health educator. Thank you.
So yeah, just gather ourselves a moment after that. I often, this is not on the script, but I often get asked the question, is Healthy Teens for young people? I know some of our young people hate that phrase, young people. Some of our youth who, are they the ones who want to be presenters, who want to be communicators? And the answer is absolutely no. And Trinity is a great example of that because she is a natural communicator, she's a natural leader, and we are so proud to be able to help her find her voice. So well done, Trinity. Great job. She has been a fantastic servant of our community this year as well, so fantastic. Okay, our teens are ready. So it's time to present our new teen health educators with their certificates and of achievement. Team, come on down. As we call your name, let's come on closer, come on. Like over on the edge. As we call your names, please step up to receive your certificate from Marianne Legler and get your photo taken. And I wasn't sure whether to do applause at the end or the beginning. We can just clap for an extended period of time. That's fine. So I'm just going to call names and we can celebrate. So Alanis Acevedo. Chase Borksane. We did not practice that, Chase. Logan Borksane. Here we go. Constanza Bravo. Camilo Bravo. Grace Demoncos. Trinity Dunbar. Claire Giraud. Yedelis Gonzalez Sanchez. Jordan Green. Marcella Himes, Rebecca Lebke, Dalton Lyons. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, it's my British accent. You guys forgive me for pronunciations tonight. Sarah McPhail. And finally, Abigail Moore. Okay. So, while the new team get their photo taken, we also want to recognize just a few of our new team who couldn't be with us tonight to be on the screen. So thank you to Angelique, Estella, Charlie, and Audrey for their part in making the Teen Health Educator program a success this year. So, congratulations to the 2022 class of Teen Health Educators. We'll get there. We look forward to continue working together this summer to educate your peers about critical health issues. Let's give them one last applause. Okay. Here we go. So we're now going to turn our attention to our graduating seniors, veterans of the program, who have been serving their community with energy and enthusiasm whilst successfully navigating high school, which is no mean feat. First, we're going to hear some words from Dylan Desir, who last week graduated from the State College of Florida Collegiate School. And he's going to bring his reflections on being a teen health educator and what impact that has had on his life and community. So let's welcome Dylan. And I can even leave the mic at this height for Dylan, because we're about the same height.
Good evening, everybody. When Jonathan, about a month ago, asked me to encapsulate my experience for the last 3 years with Healthy Teens, I thought to myself, I'm going to be here all day. Truly, this organization has changed my life, and I don't think 3 to 4 minutes of words could possibly highlight all of it. So instead of telling you everything that I've done in Healthy Teens for the last amount of time, I'm going to start with a personal story instead. I take you to Port-au-Prince, Haiti, somewhere in the middle of destroyed homes and rubble. Was me and my family in 2010 after the 2010 earthquake of January 20th. It was about a 7.1 magnitude earthquake that forced us to leave our home. When we arrived, surprisingly enough, it wasn't the strange language or the strange faces that I saw when I arrived here that perplexed me the most. Rather, as strange as it may sound, was the grandiose and large buildings that seem so commonplace in the United States. Because where I was from, structures were built from dirt and mud. But here, you had buildings that reached the sky, and that was normal. You just looked at that, and everybody was fine with that. But 5-year-old me could not comprehend that in the slightest. And yet, I realized that these buildings, no matter their diversities, were all fundamentally the same. The difference that my country and what we lacked was support and foundation. All of these buildings were built from the ground up and fundamentally on a base level. They were formed with regulations and principles that they abided by, and that's what made them so incredible. And so, when I went into my uncle's home, equally as surprised that people weren't sharing one room. In fact, it wasn't normal to share a single four walls with your family, and that cockroaches and bugs and lack of access to clean water wasn't okay for a child. That had never processed in my mind that happiness existed beyond my 4 little walls. And so, for 4 years, my one gift was an English dictionary that I kept with me. I always loathed my broken English and my wide nose. It felt strange to me. I hated that all of these words, and there was so much I wanted to say, but I couldn't even ask for a glass of water. And yet, every night with that English dictionary, I perused through and kept on going at it. I looked for the most complicated words I could, If my uncle said, "I'm gonna get a glass of water," I'd correct him. "You're gonna obtain the glass of water." I kept on looking and looking until my accent was gone. I was happy with it, so glad that I could blend into this new society. I kept on going. And yet, on my first day of school in the United States, after a 4-year gap because of a lack of access to education, my mom always reminded me with her famous saying that she still tells me every single morning, le temps perdu se rattrape jamais, which means time that is lost will be trapped never, which essentially encapsulates how your only moment, your only opportunity to do what you want is now. And so I stuck with this mindset. I entered in high school and I saw new opportunities, opportunities that I believed weren't built for people like me, people who couldn't speak the language well, people who couldn't even form sentences on their own. But I did it anyway. And I was led by the leading principle of why not? I mean, what was the worst that was gonna happen? I've embarrassed myself before, and I'm telling you I'm gonna do it again, for sure. And so I continued. I joined club after club after club after club. I met new people and created support systems. And I found myself in my first meeting, December of 2019, at Healthy Teens Coalition of Manatee County. I was surprised and quite honestly shocked how common it was to be in a room filled with people who were equally as dedicated to making contributions and meaningful impacts in their community. And so I decided to stay. Because again, what was the worst that was gonna happen? I was in for a ride. In just 3 years, I've been able to do things that I could have never imagined. The summer before my freshman year, I was given the opportunity, funny enough, with the Gulf Coast South Area Health Education Center to research the prevalence of HPV within local communities and the importance of preventative medicine in creating sustainable systems of public health. In April of 2020, I got to work with the National Coalition of STD Directors, talking to federal officials on the importance of funding STD diagnostic centers during the pandemic. We've continued to work in local areas with organizations that fund and support the dreams and futures of the most vulnerable youth in our community. It has been an incredible opportunity to meet the diverse group of people who call Manatee County home. It is so much so that in the fall, I'm proud to say that I will be joining as a freshman at Stanford University in Palo Alto to study to study public health, economics, and public policy to make just as much of an impact on the community that has done such a large part in raising me and forming the man I am today. And so, to the class of 2020, or to really anyone who's listening to this speech, take this advice from my younger self, who was just as surprised by the architecture he found here in the United States. That whether we're the world's next doctors, lawyers, leaders, and community engagers, no matter what our dreams are, whether that's on Earth or conquering the sky, that even the tallest buildings will fall without just the right amount of support. Thank you.
Oh. Anyone remember what they were doing at 16? But the one thing he didn't say was he's also graduating a year early and going to Stanford, so just incredible. Dylan, yeah, I'm glad you said Stanford though, because I was going to say it. Okay, well done. Dylan is an incredible young man, and we are very thrilled for him and sad for Healthy Teens that we have to share him with Stanford, and hopefully we'll still get to enjoy your sense of humor and your hard work and your passion for youth in Manatee County. So don't forget us, okay? When you get where you're going. There's also a bit of a pattern. I've talked to a lot of teen health educators who said, when I joined Healthy Teens, I wanted to be a doctor, and now I don't. But the alternative was public health policy, working to tackle community challenges and just find a different space. So hopefully we've got enough doctors, but we've also got some incredible other young people who are going on to greater and better things. And I'm sorry, Dylan, that I said young people again. Okay. All right. So, thank you, Dylan. It's therefore time to say thank you to our amazing high school seniors for all they have done with us during high school. and wish them every success in their future endeavors. So it's a small group, there's only 4 of them, and they're not here yet. Where are they? Come on down. If you're a high school senior, we're gonna celebrate with you. So I'm gonna call you up to receive their certificates of appreciation. Dylan, you've got to come back up, mainly because you're first on my list. It's fine, take your time. It's fine. So first up, you've just heard from him, Dylan Desir. Hilton Hudson. And finally, Gabriel Wilson. So while these 3 amazing young men get their group shot, we also have a few graduating seniors who, I think mainly due to the craziness of May in school season, have been unable to join us with us tonight. And they're on the screen, Ariana Longo and Zara Morsley. So let's just give all of these amazing individuals a final big round of applause. We have 2 final groups to briefly recognize. Firstly, there are a number of other teen health educators here who are neither new or nor graduating seniors, but we want to take a moment to recognize their parts in the success of Healthy Teens and their dedication to their peers. So if you are a teen health educator who hasn't come up on the stage yet, would you please stand up so we can thank you and celebrate you this evening? Off we go. Yep. Who's next? Sit down. And finally, and I'm not going to make you stand, I would like to thank the parents of our teen health educators. We owe our success combined as much to them as anyone else. Thank you for the car rides and the double scheduling and the insane number of emails that we send you. We really do want to thank you so much for sharing these wonderful young people with us and for supporting the work of Healthy Teens. So can we thank all of our parents? Fantastic. And even with the food being delayed, we're on time. I'm feeling good about this. So I'm going to hand over to Marianne, who is going to close us out this evening.
This has to come down a little bit. Thank you, Jonathan. So in closing, we want to thank all of you who helped make this event such a success. First, I'd like to acknowledge the Healthy Teens, what we call our family, and volunteers, to our incredible Healthy Teens Board of Directors, Peggy Algazine, who was up on stage with me, she's over there now, Pat Greco, Matt Liebert, and Lisa Ramirez was for 10 years. Would you just stand so we can give you a little round of applause? Peggy wave, do the Queen's wave. Our Volunteer Advisory Council, Susan Wilcox, who really coordinated a lot of these beautiful decorations. Allison Battaglia, Heather Keegan, Mia Papaya, Deborah Landisberg, Mary Greco, Laura Bray, Carrie Dowdell, and Dr. Candace DeLuca, all who graciously served on the committee for this event. They did a beautiful job on the decorations and hosting the event. And also to Lauren Trotter. She is a volunteer in our teen parenting program in the school district for her work that she does weekly with vulnerable teen parents in the community. Would all of you please stand so we can just give you a round of applause for all that you do. To the others who have helped document the event today, to Charles Clapsaddle and his team from METV for filming the event, to Mia Papaya of Pop Digital Media for her creative help with the presentation and other elements. And finally, to our photographer, Whitney Patton, and for Next Gen Magazine for kindly donating her time and cost for this event. Thank you so much for helping us tell our story here tonight. So that really, oh, I'm not done thanking. Thank you to Manatee Technical College and their excellent staff, including their culinary school, for their delicious refreshments and their great service and this great venue, which some of you had mentioned to me that it's your first time here, but it's quite a nice place. Thank you to Manatee Farms and the Preston family, who kindly donated the beautiful centerpieces at your table. In fact, there should be a small business card stuck in the plant. If you would like to take the centerpiece home, please use the QR code on the card to make a suggested donation to Healthy Teens. I'm also supposed to say if you're having technical difficulties, or you can see the ladies at the welcome desk for that. So before we close out the evening, we would like to ask the representatives of all our event sponsors, plus all of our teen health educators and our young adult leaders, to join us on stage for a few final photographs. Otherwise, please, all of you are more than welcome to stay for a moment, enjoy remaining refreshments, and some just time enjoying being together in each other's company. Once again, our very warmest thanks to our presenting sponsor, Neal Communities, and to each of you for taking time out of your busy schedules to be with us this afternoon, and for showing your support of our young people in our community who are our future leaders. And I think you definitely saw that tonight. Please take home the packets that are at your tables that give you information about Healthy Teens, our Teen Health Educator program, and how you can continue to learn about and support the mission of Healthy Teens. We hope that in some way you'll continue to stay engaged with us to keep our community and our youth healthy and successful. Thank you for making our youth and their health and well-being a priority by joining us this evening. Thanks so much.